Hello and welcome back to my channel Smiley Face. Before I get started, I want to clarify that I do not intend any hate towards these artists and wish them the best. The same thing goes also to their respectful fandoms. Also, this is in no way a hate video. This is just my opinion and in no way am I trying to disrespect these groups and their achievements within K-pop. Okay, now let's get started. First of all, I love the Blackpink members so much. They all seem like sweethearts and Jennie is one of my K-pop crushes. However, I can't really get into their music. I really enjoyed their old music, but starting with Do I realized it's a style of music that is just not my taste. However, I think I will like some releases of them in the future. But I don't see me being a fan or stand them as a whole. However, I do think they deserve all the love and success they're getting. Oh well, NCT's musical style is literally the opposite of the music that is genuinely my taste. I tried several times to get into their music, but it was actually really hard for me. Since I really loved some of the members in the group and wanted to be a genuine fan. I mean, that's hard if you, sadly, don't like the music, of course. The only unit that I was actually interested in for a little time, who was Wavy, and even there I actually lost interest through time. Especially their different sub-units and heavy amount of members drew me off. Nevertheless, I have a lots of respect for all the members who are actively working their butts off, especially the ones like Mark and Lucas who are in every single unit. Nothing but respect for these boys. LOONA is such an amazing group. Their whole concept in LOONAverse is so interesting and I feel like their company actually did a good job with their concept. My problem with LOONA is not the members, their chemistry, or even their concept. My problem actually is the sudden change of that concept, happy crying face. They went from hi to I'm so bad. And not every group can easily change concepts like that without leaving some damage. Do I think it suits them? Yes, why not? Do I like the sudden change? No. The reason for me not to stan or being a fan of them was simply that I actually enjoyed hi and even certain parts of Butterfly. And while I still tried to get into them, they already came back with complete different concepts. These latest two comebacks were not really my cup of tea. It was kind of noise music to me. I don't know how to explain it. But through all of the criticism, I just had to say, I still feel like the LOONA members are extremely lovable, especially Chu. I am so in love with Heart Attack, by the way, damn. Also, they're extremely talented and deserve even more hype. LOONA will become even bigger in the future. I see it, winking face.
Everglow forever, let's go.
Everglow is a group where I personally will never see myself standing. Not that I don't like the music, but rather the internal problems the group has with the company. There was just so much going on with Everglow in the last year, including the K-pop fandom. So much bad-mouthing from the fans and I was not into that. I feel like Everglow has rather fans who are casual listeners than a stable fandom. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like that. Along with that, something about their company makes this all even more fishy. And through all these different reasons, I never really was interested in wanting to know the members or their B-sides. I felt like it's nothing that special in K-pop nowadays. Do I still think the girls deserve better? Hell yes. I want to see some more variety of them. I feel like Everglow could rock some different type of concept as well. I am not a person who stops standing or hesitates standing a group because of a fandom. That's not my style and I personally don't really think that's like a rational reason to be a fan or not. However, Enhypen stands at a whole different level of fandom. All these say songs that these boys already have is just crazy, man. Like, that's really not cool. Including this, I also didn't vibe much with the members who actually made the cut. I watched some episodes of Island and I stopped somewhere halfway because I had my own issues with these kinds of shows itself. So of course I will not be interested furthermore in their debut. After all, I still listened to it though. My problem with the debut song was just that it was nothing all too catchy for me personally. So I don't think I'll ever really be a fan or stan of them. As I mentioned, in every group I talked so far, this group has its specific talents too. And if their fans like their music and the members, that's all that matters in the end. I actually thought a lot about this one. Should I include Idol or not? And in the end I thought, why not? I as always don't intend any hate. But Idol just made me stop being interested in them for one simple reason: cultural appropriation. I cannot stand the way they personally handled the different situations of them appropriating different cultures around the world. It's not an aesthetic. I started to become really petty when it came to them. Of course, I see a lot of fandoms still not liking their music for this reason, however. I also see a lot of people trying to be like, but what about this XYZ group? They also did that. That's not an argument for the fact that your faves messed up. Please understand that. Now coming to the positives of this group, so Yeeun is such a good rapper and songwriter. Hands down one of the best in the fourth generation. I'm also ready to be a fan of them again in the near future. But I don't want to see any more CA from her or her group. That's all I need. They are too talented and precious for me to stay petty, haha. I actually am so sad about this. Oh well. I still have so much respect for the Stray Kids members and think they have one of the best, actually the best rap line of all time. That is something that actually made me stan them in the first place. Their music was really my taste, especially in 2018 with My Pace. However, starting 2019 every comeback was more and more disappointing to me personally. And with Side Effects I completely stopped standing them altogether. But just because I stopped being a fan of their music doesn't mean that I think they don't deserve the hype and love from the world.
I feel like I became a zombie. 머리와 심장이 텅 빈.
Yes, I'm guilty of unstanding DAY6. DAY6 were actually one of my ULT groups in the beginning. The chemistry between the members, the music and just their overall vibe of, hey, we love to make music, come join us, was just too immaculate for me not to stan. I still listen to their music briefly, but sadly their latest comebacks don't give me the hype anymore. I also tend to feel like their group dynamic is a bit off nowadays, and that was TBH a starting point for me not to be that interested in them anymore. A problem that I also have with DAY6 is that their musical sound is always the same or quite similar. And it's sadly not my genuine taste when it comes to K-pop. With some groups it works out, and I guess it also does work with DAY6, but it's just not my cup of tea. However, just because I stop standing doesn't mean I won't stop listening to their new and old releases. They have such good vocals and their music is actually one of the best. But I am not really a stan of them anymore. Fun fact, EXO along with GOT7 and BTS were one of the first groups I genuinely started to be a fan of. With EXO it was always the music itself for me. I never really gotten into the members individually. I always thought their group chemistry was a bit off. And due to that reason I also never really gotten the chance to stan them. However, I was always a big fan of their music and also saw myself being a fan for this matter of fact. I eventually stopped being hyped for their comebacks due to the handling of SM and the military service that the members needed to go though. Their music still slaps hard. They have one of the best music out there. No one in the K-pop fandom can deny that. Oh, how sad I am with this sad face. Chungha is such a lovable and adorable idol. I still love her so much and think she is amazing. However, starting with last year, 2028, I started to dislike her music a lot. And this year it was time for me to realize that I will never really be hyped for any upcoming Chungha comeback again. Even the comeback that she had this year was not my cup of tea. The whole rapping in the song itself kind of drew me off. And I think after 2 whole years that the hype I once had for he will never really fully come back. I see myself enjoying some comebacks in the future, but more as a casual listener of her title tracks. This one makes me mad, because the entire reason why I gave up on CLC was Cube itself. I know a lot of people will be like, huh, how could you stop supporting them when they need you the most? My problem with CLC is that they will never ever get the recognition from Cube that they really deserve. No matter what they achieve, Cube literally gave up on them. Now with LK leaving, I don't see a big future for the CLC members. I personally want them to leave the company and start something new. Because in the end of the day their passion is way more important than some company giving them cheap songs with cheap work behind it. I mean, I'm just saying, Helicopter. That wasn't it. That was the last straw for me. And it angers me because I genuinely care for the members and the group itself. But I just don't have the energy to still keep up with them after that comeback. The reason why I stopped standing was the same reason that I had with CLC. And to be honest, now that they left the company altogether, king shit, I feel like I can see myself standing them once again. I genuinely loved Breath after such a long time of disliking their comebacks. So many comebacks before that weren't it for me. It was never something that made me feel like, yes, that's GOT7. Does that make sense? The feeling of hype that I had once in their music was gone. But after listening to Breath, oh my lord, my heart was beating so fast when I watched that MV. The way it once did back in 2018. Okay, well, that sounded pretty cheesy, but you know what I mean, lol. GOT7 had so much potential to become even bigger than they already were. And the fact that JYP never gave JB and the others the chance to show their view of musical style deeply baffles me. Like, sir, really out there downplaying everything JB wrote for what reason? This is by far the group that deserved way better under JYP. But now they will become even better without that clown company. That was it for today. I'm planning to do a stan list soon, so keep up with me if you want, smiley face. Also, I'm thinking about doing playlists and ranking soon again, because I love to do that. I also planned some opinion videos, so please, if you're interested, subscribe to me and comment your opinions in general. But please be respectful. I hope I didn't offend anyone in this video. It was just my general opinion. And I hope to see you soon on my channel. Bye.